And what's going on? It's your boy Fontaine, VIP Soundlab.com, and I'm back on a member request video. Not going to run too long on this one. I had a member request. They were wanting me to do a quick review of the Illmatic drum machine. So this isn't going to take too long because this drum machine is really straightforward and very user friendly. It's very easy to use. As you can see right here, when you click on your browser menu in Kontakt, this is powered by Kontakt. This is Mac 32 as well as 64-bit compatible. So you have your drum banks arranged in boom bap, hip hop, you have R&B, as well as trap. All your drum kits will appear here. Some have multis, some are just drum samples. All right. You also have other banks such as your orchestral banks. You have like 808s, you have bass, you have grand pianos, bells, you have brass, you got synths, you got everything you need in here, even organs, to get in here and go ahead and get your sound design complete. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the browser out. I'm going to adjust the view here. All right, so here is the drum machine itself. You have your bank selectors here. This is where you can select on this. Everything is neat and organized, such as 808, your analog kicks, your bass, your bongos, your claps, everything that you need to build a track. Drum sounds are the foundation of the track, so you have everything you need here. And again, you have the instruments over there in the folder icon. We can drag and drop those into the browser. Down here, this is your sample selector. So for example, let's say if I chose the analog kick bank select here, then I went to sample select here, I can scroll through and choose any of the kicks. All the kicks are arranged here. So that analog bank has like over, I don't know what, about 98, 99 something kicks inside that bank. Okay. So with that being said, that's pretty much how you go ahead and you get your drum samples fine tuned. You can go down there and just start banging out your sounds. Like for example, on pad 1, I have a process kick. From the process kicks to bank selector, and that kick is kick number 18. The waveform shows here. Now, when you get in here, you have to really know how to use the drum machine. You can make your notes velocity sensitive by turning the sample volume here all the way up, as long as the velocity is turned all the way up. Then when you tap on your pad, you can adjust the tones of the velocity of the pads. So it is velocity sensitive. You can tune your sounds. You can adjust the sample start. You can adjust the hold, the decay. You have a stereo width icon here. You can adjust the stereo width of your sample. You have your drive here. Each individual pad can be controlled. So you have individual control over each pad's volume, solos, as well as the mutes. Okay, so another cool thing about it, you can adjust your EQ on each pad. So on each pad, think of each pad as a sound level where you can control the EQs, low, the mid, the high, the drive, the stereo width, the sample start, hold, all that good stuff. Everything you see on this page can be controlled on each individual pad. So that's one cool thing about this drum machine. You have a lot of control on this drum machine, guys. And trust me, believe me when I tell you this drum machine is a beast if you sit down and learn how to use it. You have your EXT outputs here. Okay, for example, EXT out. Each pad can be routed. Okay, as you can see right here, 1 through 16. You can route the audio output of each pad by using your EXT outs. You also have a group icon here if you want to choke your groups off. Like if you want pad 1 to kill pad 2, you put them in the same choke group here, and vice versa. You guys are pretty much familiar with choke groups. All right, you also have an effects engine here. If I was to turn this off, you notice how the tubes go off. We added characteristics of the tubes to bring a little warmth and character to your drum sound. So you have your EQ here, where again, this is a global rack to control all the effects on that other page we were just looking at. So you can control the overall lows, mids, highs, and all that good stuff if you want to get a better mix. We have a built-in compressor. We also have a built-in transient master here if you want to shape your transients. And you also have a built-in tape drive here if you want to adjust your samples and add a little character of a little tape. So we have that on there as well. Under this power icon, when you click on this, this is where you can find, your MIDI sample selector and things of that nature. Like if I click here, you can select by MIDI, you can select by using your mouse. So whether you want to use your hardware controller or if you want to use your mouse, you have these icons here to locate these little icons here on the fly. So then that way you don't have to worry about the waveforms jumping around and all these knobs moving around. It just makes it nice and neat. Okay, so for example, what I'm going to do is up here I have some third-party content. I have a loop here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys hear some of the sounds. This is a kit that I made, and the cool thing about it, when you save your sounds, okay, you can have unlimited kit creation. So when you save your banks like this here, what you want to do is you want to save them as a patch, because when you save them as a patch, it doesn't save all the samples inside of the Illmatic drum machine. You know, there's over 2,000 something samples in there. You don't want to do that. So you use patch. Now, if you save patch with samples, it's gonna save all the samples in addition to your kits. You don't want to do that. So use patches only when you're saving your sounds. That makes life really easy, and also makes recalling your drum kits really easy. Again, unlimited drum kit creation. All right, so let's demo some of the sounds. I have a third-party loop, and I'm going to use these drums to play with the sample. Check it out. All right, so there I am just playing some of these sounds. Again, these are all stock sounds inside of the Illmatic drum machine. You guys are going to get all these sounds inside of the drum machine itself. As you can see right here, I had a little, like a muffled deep kick there. I was using that with a little kick drum there with a little clap and like a snare here. And I had a, little cymbal there. So everything you need is inside the drum machine. You just have to know how to use it. Now, for example, when I was saying you can adjust the velocity. So let's say, for example, I'm gonna go to play select. Now what that means is that when I click on play select, it's when I touch these pads, you see how these knobs move? Now these knobs are moving as well as the waveform is moving. See that? That's so you can get in there and fine tune your sounds. Now here's this kick here. Now, if I was to take this sample volume icon here and turn it all the way up like this, along with the velocity all the way up, when I tap, see that? The harder I hit on the pad, I can get loud to where it gets a little distorted. So, for you producers who, enjoy velocity sensitivity on your pads, we have that there, and that's how you get that set up. Now, once you roll this back a little bit, no matter how hard I hit on the pad, it's going to stay one fixed volume. It stays locked in like that. So, right, man, that's pretty much it, man. It's pretty straightforward. It's a very easy to use drum plugin. Once you download the digital download, again, this is available on www.vipsoundlab.com for immediate download. And I'm telling you, man, I use this drum machine in a lot of my productions, and I love it. I love how everything is straightforward. It's very easy to use, and it makes life easy when you can just come in here and select your sounds right there in all one module and just go in there and start selecting your sounds. So again, you have your groups, you have your external outputs. When you want to route your audio outputs, you have that there. You can choke sounds. You also have a built-in effects engine here. If you want to, add a compressor, if you want to add a tape effect engine on your drum sounds, or if you want to use the transient master here and adjust your transients, you have everything that you need there. So yeah, man, what more can I say? You have individual control over each pad. Again, a very straightforward and easy to use program. Again, if you want to browse the sounds inside the library, you just click view in the Kontakt browser. You select your browse folder here. Everything that you need is right here and ready to bang out. Okay, for example, let's say if I was to close this out, save, change the instrument, I'm just going to click no for right now. And let's say if I went over to, let's say if I wanted, I don't know, maybe I wanted a string sound. Okay, I just go here, click my strings. And let's see here. Okay, these are the samples. Here's my instruments. Cellos, we got bells, Luger style bass, pizzicatos. I don't know. I'll just choose I'll just go to string sound. I'll just grab a string sound. Again, just grab it and it loads up like this. And the module comes up like here. And I'll turn it up a little bit. You know, so everything's, of course, I'm not trying to play anything. I'm just, demoing really quick. So you have your instruments here, as well as your drum samples up here. So it makes life really easy. Again, this is Mac and PC compatible, 32-bit as well as 64-bit OS. So I hope that answered your questions, man. This is a quick review of the Illmatic drum machine. You definitely want to download this drum machine, add it to your arsenal. Matter of fact, we have a Halloween sale on right now. You can go to www.vipsoundlab.com. Download this right now for an exclusive discount. I think we're taking like $20, $30 off of this plugin right now. And it is amazing. Believe me when I tell you that, fam. Once you get your hands on this, this will be like your go-to plugin for drum samples. Especially if you're in DAWs like Persona Studio One or Ableton Live or something like that. When you want an easy-to-use module to control your instruments and your drum samples at the same time, man, it's a no-brainer. All right, this is your boy Fontaine, VIPSoundlab.com. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.